Okay. All right. So number one, there's motor vehicle abatement applications and certificates that Tammy got ready. So if you guys want to stagger the time, there's no emergency on those, but if you want to just call and we'll do what we usually do, to get those in or signed. Number two, the 3 ABC forms are due today. And so far, we only have, oh, wait a minute, we only got 4. Tammy, I forgot what you told me.
Michael's froze. Looks like we lost Michael.
Well,
It looks like we may have Mr. Yeoman on the line.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So it appears Michael Blay, our principal assessor, just fell off of the Zoom conference. So we're going to have to get him back on here in a second. I will call Michael, see what's going on the phone. Well,
Oh, here he is.
is he back?
No, we can't hear him. Mike, you're muted. You're muted. Mike. And he's frozen again.
Are you guys there? This isn't working.
yeah, we
Hello?
can hear
Keep
you now.
freezing up, Mike.
I don't know what else to do.
We can hear you. I don't see you, but we can hear you now.
Can see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, now I see you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going in and out.
Well, we have Mr. Yeoman here.
Right.
Ugh.
So what we should do is we should finish our going through, then we'll have to go to executive session at the very end to discuss any specific associated.
All right. So before I lose connection again, so number two, so we're going to send out a reminder for the form of lists and for the 3 ABCs, because we need to have those back. We could get a whole bunch of them in today, seeing that it's the last day. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello?
You're there.
You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll be sending out. Okay. Also, number 4, I'm going to call the DOR and find out if we have to do the second homeowner study this year for fiscal 22. And that means that all those form of lists are going to have to be sent out in the spring and summer. So that's a big, huge task. I'm thinking, even if they say we have to do it next year, maybe we should do it this year just so we can get it out of the way since we're still close to the public. So I'm going to find out from Joe Barberi if that's this year or next year. And if it is, even if it isn't, we should probably get those in the mail. It's going to be a lot of confusion. It always is, but it's a study that has to be done every 6 years. And we may be up this year because how they changed our revals from 3 years to 5 years. But it's weird that they haven't contacted me yet to say that should be happening. I want to be proactive about it, and Tammy, that'd be a good project to start on. Number 6, the maps and the deeds were sent out on Friday, and I wanted to mention that there's a new layer of data on the Axis GIS for historic properties that Gregory Farmer from the library and the Historic Commission have been working on. So that's on there. I haven't looked to see it yet, but supposedly it's there. And yeah, I think it was done for free as well, because Tim Fountain at CAI said that they use something called the Macris layer, and they were able to get that on there as part of our map update for this year for free. So I'll go in today and if I have time and see what that looks like. But he was excited about it, that they, I think if you click on a property, supposedly it's supposed to tell you if it's historic. I haven't looked yet and I don't know the details, but it's something that him and Tim and myself, I mean, more them than me, have been working on to get that extra layer of data on the GIS system, which I think would be really great. I think what's going to happen is if I have time this year, I'm going to try to flag each account on Vision. So when they tie in, that there'll be a tag on there too that ties in with the lot. I won't put any historic information. I'll just put a tag where it'll reference that layer of data. Because, as assessors, we're not going to tell someone whether it's historic or not, but there should be there. I think my end of this is going to be putting some type of GIS coordinate or code that relates back to these properties that Gregory and Tim have worked on. So it's a good thing. I just haven't had time. I just found out Friday that went live. So if you guys wanted to look, supposedly there is another layer, a new layer of mapping data to look at. And that's really it for regular business. And so since Henry is with us today, we should go, and I think Gary, you would have to start this to go into executive session to discuss the fiscal year 20 real estate appellate tax board case.
Okay, does anybody else have any regular business to bring up at this point? So I would
Just on
entertain Tom?
Yeah, I was just going to quickly say that come next meeting, I'll have a report on the community, on the pilot committee.
Okay, great. So I would entertain a motion to enter executive session for the purposes of discussing
Can you shut the
a
door?
private matter concerning an abatement, perhaps. And when we're done, we won't be returning to our regular meeting. So I would entertain a motion to go into executive session and not come back out to the public.
Sure. I make that motion that Gary that we enter private session and will not return.
Okay. And then
And
I guess we need a
second.
roll call vote. So I vote yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I said, my connection keeps.
Yes.
Ugh.